Hey YouTube, today I want to talk about creating really good call to actions really quickly, and I want to show you that there's a method that anybody can follow and it's going to create a much better call to action for any of your home pages, landing pages, or any buttons that you might find around the web. So what I'm going to use is basically Story Creator app, which is a tool that Michael, one of our fellow indie hackers, is making. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can improve his call to action here to make it stand out a little bit more. But before I begin talking about call to actions, let's talk a little bit about what makes a call to action successful. To make a successful call to action, not only you need to have two different types of call to actions, so you need to have the one that is above the fold. So with the fold being this line, you want a call to action to be above the fold. You also want to have a call to action that is somewhere towards the end before the footer. And that's gonna be the call to action that people that have a lot of concerns about your implementation, about your tool, will click, because it's usually something where they go and discover more, to learn more. You basically take all of their fears and you get them answered. So that's the second type of call to action that every landing page should have. And of course, there's going to be pages that have more, some pages will only have one. I think two is a good start. And if you duplicate your call to action across the page, that's okay, there's no harm done, but make sure that your header and your subheader are pretty much the entree, the appetizer for your call to action. So if this part here didn't make sense, your H1, if your H1 and your H2 didn't make sense, then it wouldn't make sense to have a call to action either, because people are not going to be led into clicking the call to action if your first and second part of your website don't make sense. So with that being said, let's see about how we can use a little bit of a hand to create a call to action. So I made some notes here. So first of all, make sure that your audience is defined. So make sure that when you create a call to action, it really matches the intent of your audience. See, if you're marketing to people who are in the marketing space, or if you're marketing to people that don't have really video editing skills, make sure that is one of the goals of your call to action. So the second thing is you want to onboard the people that click on your call to action by making sure that your funnel doesn't feel leaky. So a lot of people might be clicking your button, but then they never sign up, then you kind of lose. And the third part is, like I mentioned, hook 'em. Use the copy on your website to make sure that your call to action fits with the rest of the page. So now the next part is, how do you create a perfect call to action? The first thing you get to answer these three questions. What do you want me to do? Is it worth my time? And how much is this? Now let's see if I can edit this button and give you a better version of a button, a call to action here. So the first question was, and let me just get started here. The first question is, what are you trying to get me to do? Well, I want you to edit your first video. And then, is it worth my time? Well, yeah, it's worth my time because it's quick and easy. So quick and easily, or rather quickly and easily edit your video. And then the last question is, how much is it gonna take? Well, we said quickly. You could say in 5 minutes. And then maybe if you have a free offering, you could be for free. So now, quickly and easily edit your first video in 5 minutes for free. That's a much better call to action than what we had initially. And that was this right here, upload content. Now if you go and check, quickly and easily edit your first video in 5 minutes for free, it's a much better understandable call to action than upload content. So now you'll say, this button is very long, I want to change that. Okay, well then let's start in compressing a little bit of this. So we're gonna remove your first video and we're just gonna leave your video. We're gonna remove 5, we're gonna say in minutes, we're gonna move around 3, and we're gonna, there you go. Okay, quickly remove it. So easily, because easily is, if it's quick, it's also easy. sorry, if it's easy, it's also probably quick. So easily edit your video in minutes. And then the next trick is I'm gonna put it's free to start right here. So what did I do here? Easily edit your video in minutes is a much better call to action than what it was previously. And I've added this risk reversal. I basically addressed the objection of like, wait, how much is this gonna take me? Well, I already told you it takes only minutes, and I'm also telling you it's free. So this is a much better call to action than what Michael initially had, which is upload content. And this is basically a very quick explanation of how you can also create your first call to action. So what do you want me to do? Okay, let's answer it. Well, I want you to edit your video. Is it worth my time? Yeah, it's only taking minutes. And how much is it? Well, it's free to start. So you've answered all the questions. The objection could be how much is it gonna cost? What are my limitations, etc., etc. That's up to you to realize it. And you can use this objection not only to create a risk reversal sub call to action text, but you can use also this answer to create an extra call to action throughout the page that answers the objection. For example, an objection to this tool could be, can I collaborate with, can I go back and forth with teammates? Can I collaborate? So other call to action across the page could answer those objections. Hopefully you've enjoyed this short video on how to create a quick, better, improved, let's say, process to create your call to action. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. It's cheap, it's actually free, and then you can literally do it in 1 second. Just hit the subscribe button. I would also like to thank all of my Patreon subscribers. You know who you are. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you into the next video.